It's the 24th of July. It's Friday. It's the first rainy day in about 2 months. And so expect people to drive stupid and distractedly and slowly with this kind of weather. It is also Taxi Vlog 363. I have not made one in a few weeks because my life has become much more complicated since the 7th of July, when my partner of 10 years decided to call it quits. So I had to look for a new place to live, and I will get the key a week from tomorrow. So yeah, August the 1st. But I already paid the rent for August in the old place. She will be staying there. But I have a whole month in which to clear my stuff out. And I do not wish to be rushed, because I want to put things the way I want to put them and leave them there once they've been put there, and not be rearranging stuff to make it work better as time goes on. I just want to set it and forget it. And that's the way I'm going to deal with my new place. So, yeah. The other thing is I'm going to be taking a vacation in that month of August. I booked this thing last October, so I have a week at the beach, which will be nice to sort of cut the moving in half. And I haven't had any time off in over a year, so I'm due for a vacation along with my fresh start. This week has been pretty good. Monday night started slow, but then another driver got a call to the girls' school, which is strange because in July the girls' school is closed. So anyway, I would have got that call if he wasn't there, but he ended up going out to the ferries, which is a good, considerable fare. Later on that night, Monday night, I guess it was around 9:30, 10 o'clock, I get a call from a donut shop, and this guy wants me to take him back to his hotel. He said, it's the Best Western. And I said, well, there's two Best Westerns. There's the Best Western Carlton Plaza, and there is the Best Western Inn on the Harbor. And yes, they are doing lots of construction on the roads this year, this summer, and I'm going through a construction zone right now. There's orange cones everywhere. It looks like they dug a trench right up the middle of the road. It's kind of good to patrol around because you can get surprised by places where things are happening. There's also some crew shooting a movie in town, so that, you know, every so often you come across a police car that's blocking the road, and down the way they've got bright lights on illuminating the set, or I guess the location where they're shooting. And this guy, he said, no, it's not in town. The hotel is on an exit of the highway. And I said, well, the only other Best Western I can think of would be the one in Sydney. And he said that he got to his hotel, he checked in, he got on his bicycle and started riding into town. And he rode into Victoria, and he made a couple of funny turns, and he got turned around and didn't know which way to go back to the hotel. And he was bone weary. He must have been pedaling for a while, and I suppose maybe he got a runner's high kind of thing. And you know, when you're in a different world when you got a runner's high and everything is in the groove, and that, I know it doesn't look like it, but I used to run many, many years ago when I was a teenager, and I would run 10 miles a day. And I know what a runner's high feels like. And if he got into that state of mind, he lost track of how far he went, he lost track of time. And we're going back out the highway to Sydney, and we're about halfway there, and he says, there's no way it was this far. No way, couldn't be, impossible, I didn't pedal this far. I said, well, you know, hear me out. There's no other Best Western unless you stayed in Nanaimo or Duncan. He said, no. I said, all right. So it's got to be the one in Sydney. So we finally got to Sydney, and we pulled into the parking lot of the hotel, and he said, yes, this is it. So that worked out really well. That was serendipitous. That worked out. That was good. That was a good thing. So I got him there. He gave me $60, and that turned my night around. And the rest of the night went pretty good. I had a few lucky fares. It was all right. Tuesday night was pretty steady, but kind of tiring. No, actually, it was just pretty steady. And I got some reading done. I'm more than halfway through this book I'm reading, 2312 by Kim Stanley Robinson. Fantastic read so far. I'm really enjoying this one. It's, you know, about 300 years from now, people are living on moons of larger planets like Saturn and Jupiter and Titan. And they're living on Mercury and Mars and Venus, and there's a moon base, and the Earth is more and more choked for resources. And Kim Stanley Robinson always has an ecological bent to his writing. So it's a lot about the Earth, how it's been spoiled and raped and wrecked. And yeah. The end of the Tuesday night, and it was a good one, I had to run to the airport. Beautiful. So that's another one out to the direction of Sydney. That's 2 in a row. Now, Wednesday night was funny. Craig Flower, oh no! Big accident at the worst intersection in town. Great. I'll stay away from that. It was one of those where nothing would happen for an hour, then I'd get 3 fares in a row, and then nothing would happen for an hour, hour and a half, then 3 fares in a row, and over it was like that, the whole night. And I didn't have a run to the airport, but I had some decent fares, so Wednesday ended up good as well. Now last night was a Thursday, and it was going kind of slow at the beginning for me. Let's clear that up, and let's book the zone, shall we? Okay. So it was going slow, and then I got I'm first in zone, I could get a call anytime. I got a call to Walmart, and the guy said, I'm not going far, and he ended up going into the shadow of Mount Douglas for $20. And not long after that, I think 2 or 3 minutes after I dropped him off, I got another call up in the Gordon Head area, and she was confused about where she was going, but first she wanted to go to the 7-Eleven and get herself some smokes. And she had a cigarette outside the car, and I waited in here with the meter running. Then she asked me if I had a phone plug-in, and I said, well, I don't have a charger on me, but if you know the phone number, I could lend you my phone, just as long as you don't call anybody that's on there already. And she said, no, I don't have the number, it's my friend's, my best friend, and the number's on my phone. And she shows me an adapter that plugs into the wall outlet. I said, well, this is not a car, this is a car, not a house. I don't have a wall outlet. But I thought about it a minute. I still had my inverter, my power inverter from when I used to bring a laptop in the cab. So I pulled out the inverter, and she says, what's that? I said, just plug your charger into there. And I plugged the other end into one of the power outlets in here, which is like for a cigarette lighter kind of deal. And it charged her phone enough so that she could call her best friend to find out what the address was, and to find out if her friend was home, and on and on and on. And it was $21 when we got to our destination, but she says, I'm going to tip you $10 for going beyond the call of duty to get my phone charged. I said, oh, no problem. So she tipped me $10. So that was $20 20 and 10. That's 50 right away. Then I got another call up into Oak Bay, and when the kid got in, he says he's going to Silver City. That's the other end at Telecom. That's another $20. So within 1 hour, I made $70 last night. And then the rest of the night, I just kind of coasted, and I watched some YouTube videos, and I read my book, The 2312, and I got a call. Okay, let's go do it. And then in the morning, just after 4 o'clock, I was getting really tired, and then I was just sent to this address. It looked like I was going to be taking somebody to work or something, but it was this young couple who was going to a music festival up north. They're going to the airport. They only had like overnight bags with them, so I took them to the airport, and that was just wonderful ending to my night. So far I've had a really good week. A week from now I need to pay 2 rents, but I'm almost there. I should be able to get that easily halfway through next week, or even sooner. So yeah, things are going good despite the breakup and all. Things are working out. I'm going to actually enjoy being free for a while, being on my own and not answering to anyone. I mean, it's sad that things ended, but you know, they kind of ended some time ago. It's not just a big surprise that things went the way they did. So, you know, I suppose deep down I could feel it all coming on, but I just didn't want to admit that this was going to happen. But it did, and so life will go on. We're going to remain friends. You can imagine that things are kind of strained right now, and we're still under the same roof, and she wants to do things her way, and I want to do things my way, and somehow the cooperation kind of disappeared a while ago. Anyway, I'm going to stop dwelling about my failed relationship, and hope yours is better than mine.